And on the banks of the flooded Goulburn River, the perfect place to introduce to you Nissan's brand new Xtrail. There's been a bit of a story getting these cars into Australia, but Nissan is absolutely determined on two fronts. One is electrification, and this model range has an electrified model. The petrol engine never drives the wheels, it's always the electric engine. But meanwhile, this is the petrol version. The good thing about Xtrail is that it's a nice size. It suits a couple, suits a family, suits a single. And you can see even on this pretty rubbish road, the ride is sensational, the handling is excellent. There is one little drawback: I'm not fussed and never will be fussed on CVTs. And I did ask why they didn't put that gorgeous 9-speed from Pathfinder and Z in this, and frankly I didn't understand the answer. You've got to be a little bit careful about this. You can get above the speed limit. You're really not conscious of how fast you're going. But the big news in the new Pathfinder and the new Xtrail is the amount of detail they've gone to for safety and driver aids. This has got absolutely everything, and I'll put a full list of those aids, etc. in the description rather than go into them now. Far too many to go into. One of the other things I like is this digital mirror. It makes driving much easier. It gives you a clear view backwards, even if you've got a back seat full of people. And the other thing is the 43 inches worth of screen. I've got a digital heads-up display, a digital driver's display, and this really nice wide screen landscape mode tablet. All of the other controls are really simple. It's clearly defined. There's 3 zones. And of course there's wireless Apple CarPlay in some models, something that some brands, they know who they are charging a subscription for. We don't approve of that one bit. Cabin noise, fairly quiet. They've gone to quite a lot of trouble to make sure that the cabin is properly insulated, that the sound deadening is just so. And the sound system itself, absolutely brilliant, especially on this top model. Currently, Xtrail comes with a 135 kilowatt, 244 newton meter, 2.5 litre 4-cylinder. The power is sent to either the front or all wheels through the aforementioned and much maligned CVT automatic. Depending on the depth of your pockets, Xtrail has 5 or 7 seats, with our top model costing many shekels. So many, in fact, that we had to slow down the video in order to get our money's worth. Prices start at $36,000 for the Povo model to $52,990 for Xtrail's throne room version. The further up the tree you climb, the more goodies you get. The Povo model gets a small screen and analog dashboard, whereas the upper models have the full digital experience. Apart from the safety gear already mentioned, the cornucopia includes wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless charging, and the automotive equivalent of comfort food, like uber posh Napa leather, and fancy windscreen wipers that gently spray water from the front of the blade as it gracefully arcs across the screen. TIL gets those classy LED matrix lights we're always banging on about, and as well, because it does have all-wheel drive, it gets drive modes. Not only on-road, but off-road. There's off-road, snow, auto, eco, and above all, sport, because this is a sports car. Not. Inside, the rear floor origamis itself to and fro so you can store things without your oranges rolling around the boot. And overhead, a full glass sunroof. And this thing is really big, and we like that. The bigger, the better. The cabin feels fully luxurious. And the back passengers, they're spoilt rotten. Apart from dark tinting, there are pull-up shades for that VIP experience. Not only that, there's a third zone of climate control, heated outer seats, and USB and USB-A. So to top it off, Xtrail is most things to most people. It could do with a nicer transmission, but I don't think most drivers are going to be able to pick the difference. It's reasonably economical. I'm on 11.6 at the moment, and this hasn't been given an easy time. It's really been thrashed. That's because we're in nice, tight bends on, as I said before, really horrible roads. And on the highway, of course, you'll use the Pro Pilot system. That's something Nissan's made a big noise about. It brings together all of the auto driving and safety features in one button. And you activate all that and it helps you drive long distances safe. So auto cruise, auto lane control, auto steering, auto braking, that kind of thing. And the ride and handling are pretty good thanks to the McPherson struts at the front and the multi-links at the back. So to round up, interior space, brilliant. Access is great, being able to get into the rear seats through very wide doors. Third row, not so sure about the models that have a third row. We'll be interested to see what the hybrid brings, though its fuel consumption is rated at 6.1 or something, which we think is a little bit high for a hybrid. All in all, it's not class leading, but it is very, very good. If the Nissan looks appeal to you, then this should be okay. So, is it worth the money? Well, you've certainly got a wide range of options. I'm going to say yes, because it starts off at a reasonable sum, and you can get the electrified model in due course. It's lovely to drive, so what's not to like? That's all this week for Nissan's Xtrail. I don't even mind the V-Power grille. It's a bit big, it could look a little bit less like Dame Edna's glasses, but there you go. Nonetheless, don't forget to hit like, leave a comment, and above all over there, to subscribe.